Hey YouTube, wanted to put a quick video together. I was actually going to do a different video today, but I was watching a couple of videos and I saw a couple of familiar faces, guys that I had seen posting on my videos when I pretty much first started in earnest. Really the channel got started in early December. I know it's been around longer than that, but I noticed like some of the guys that were early on are suddenly questioning their silver investment. So I'd kind of like to have a discussion about that. I would like to start by talking about my father. I've done that before. I always kidded with him, and I always called him the world's worst investor. And, you know, he really doesn't like that label. But, you know, we talk about the market, and he never trusted the market. Never trusted it. In fact, he would almost think that the market literally knew what he was going to do and was, like, waiting for him. Right? Have you ever heard somebody, or maybe you've even felt the same way, like, it's just waiting for me to buy so it can tank? And he literally bought at a couple of the worst times you could have bought, and he sold it a couple of the worst times you could have sold. I mean, literally, I remember, you know, he was invested in heading into the Asian contagion. I can't remember the exact years of that. It was like 97, 98. And, you know, he took a bath there. Then he sold at the bottom. And then all of his buddies who, you know, a lot of people made money in the 90s, they became basically 401k millionaires, literally. I mean, you'd have average working guys with $1 million in their 401k. And, you know, they'd be telling about how much money they were making. So, of course, once the market rose back up, he'd buy back in. And then, you know, March of 2000 happened. So that was my dad's investing career. And I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not projecting that out onto you guys. I'm just kind of giving you an idea that, you know, everybody always says buy low, sell high, right? Buy fear, sell greed, buy when there's blood in the streets. But people have a real hard time doing that. It's surprising to me, you know, how much excitement was around silver at 34, 35, and yet at 28, nobody's interested. Isn't that really the time to be buying in? And guys, I'm not saying rush out and buy silver now. That's not what I'm saying. We're talking about investor psychology. But isn't it amazing how you love it at 34, 35, and suddenly you hate it at 28, 29? I mean, literally, you get more ounces for your money. You place an order, let's say you're going to spend $500 on silver. You're getting more ounces. That's it. That's all it is to me. One thing that keeps me focused is I told you guys in my very first video that I ever did, I gave myself a lifetime goal, an ounce goal. I want 3,000 ounces of silver. I want 50 ounces of gold, period. And I had a dollar figure in mind of what that would cost me. So whenever silver dips, it becomes that much more attainable. When I first set that goal, that lifetime goal, I literally thought, well, I'll never hit it. It's something that really worked for and keep me focused on, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. 3,000 ounces of silver, 50 ounces of gold? That's ridiculous. You know, I mean, that would be just an amazing stack, and I don't know if I'd ever find room in my budget to add that much. But you know what? By breaking it up, by breaking it into years, by breaking it into months, I'm able to add, and I'm on my way. You know, so I've already kind of changed my thought process there, where it didn't seem achievable, now it does. So when the price dips down to 28, 29, I can't wait to buy. If the price went down to 26, which it could, I'll buy more. If the price goes down to 21, I'll be buying more. I'm buying until I hit my lifetime ounce goal. I realize that may not be the best approach. There's a lot of people on the internet right now on YouTube, you know, basically mocking that approach. Buy at any price? Are you guys foolish? Whatever. I'm interested in hitting my lifetime goal. And, you know, the fact that I'm able to do it a little bit cheaper is good for me. You know, guys, assets fall out of favor. Right now, stocks are hot. Oh, everybody's talking about the market, aren't they? The market's red hot. First of all, I think it's just artificially pumped up. I do. I think all this money printing and everything else is making its way into the market. I don't think the fundamental picture has really changed that much. Okay, whatever. But markets come in, different markets go into favor and out of favor. Right now, gold and silver are out of favor. You're seeing rotation out of gold and silver. Okay, so it's affecting the price. I don't think anything's changed. Last time I checked, I don't think Ben Bernanke stopped the printing presses, right? I don't think China stopped importing silver. I don't think industry stopped using silver. American Silver Eagle sales are still strong. Investors are still buying it. Yes, I realize I made this comment as a response to somebody on my latest video. But the point is that none of the fundamentals have changed. Only the price has. So I'll keep buying. You know, if all of a sudden there was a complete shift on silver and suddenly it was useless in industrial applications, well, I'd have to rethink my investment. If suddenly the U.S. became really conservative with their finances and started hiking up interest rates to combat inflation, well, maybe I'd have to rethink my investment. But none of that's happening. None of that will happen, in my opinion. You know, it's funny because stocks are hot, but you know what? The S&P still is not where it was 6 years ago. 6 years, flat money. Dead money. The Nikkei. There are people in Japan right now that are probably telling everybody they need to buy stocks. When did the Nikkei hit their all-time high? It was December 29th, guys. December 29th. 1989. Almost 24 years, like 23 years and a few months of horrible performance. Do you know what the all-time high for the Nikkei was? 38,957. Do you know what the Nikkei closed at yesterday? 12,314. It would have to triple from today's price to hit its all-time high. Assets go in and out of favor. Guys, if you can time it perfectly, then you might as well call up Forbes now and tell them that you'll be on the next billionaire list. Nobody's that perfect. So what I do is I realize that, you know, it's bad enough that we buy an investment that is out of the mainstream, out of the norm, but to have it underperform too is kind of a double slap in the face. All I can tell you guys is I'm buying. I realize I'm preaching to the choir here, and a lot of you, feel the same way I do. A lot of my videos, I realize that other people are watching them other than, the core stacker community that we've kind of been building here. But for those of you that are having questions, I mean, I just ask myself, has anything changed? I don't think it has. There will be a correlation between silver and the price of oil. Right, Cliff Search made that point on he commented on one of my videos, and he's right. As the input costs rise, the price of silver will have to go with it. Otherwise, it won't be profitable for the mines. So, I don't know what to tell you guys. I love it at 28, even more than I did at 35.